Hello guys, so welcome to the third tutorial for the GRE math subject. So today we will keep solving ETS problem. So last time we already solved problem to 27. So we'll start from 28. Okay. So let f be a one-to-one positive function defined on R. Assume that f is differentiable at x equals to 1. Let in the xy plane the line y minus 4 equals to 3 times x minus 1 is tangent to the graph. At x equals to 1, let g be the function described by g of x equals to square root of x, which the following is true. So xy and the function 1, 3, 1, 4, and the tangent 9. So this is f. So what we know is f of 1 equals to 4, f of prime equals to 3. And which one following is false. So A, correct. How about B? So B is just standard formula that this is 1 minus f of because f of 1 is equal to 3 equal to 4. So basically this one just f of prime at 1 point. So it's 1 over 1/3. So it's correct. C, we just use chain rule. Okay, let me write again. So f of 1 is 4 times, and the g of 1 is g of x is square root of x, and g of prime x is 1 over 2 square root of x. So it's this plus 4, 3 times 1, so it's 5. So C is correct. How about D? So G circle f prime 1 is just G circle G prime f of 1 times f prime of 1. So this is G prime 4 times 3. So this is 1 over 2 times square root of 4 times 3. So this is 3 over 4. So it's not a half. So the answer is D. Okay, so let me see the E. So G f of 1. F of 1 is 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. So E is correct. So the answer for this question is D. Okay, we go to 29. A tree is kinetic graph with no cycles. How many non-isomorphic trees with 5 vertices exist? So there's no special way to solve this problem. We just plot all the possible choice. So this is first one. Degree is 1, degrees 2, degrees 2, degrees 2, degrees 2. Also this one. 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. Also this one. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. So since all of the degree are different, so all of them are non-isomorphic trees. So the answer is 3. So 30. For what positive value c, that's the equation log of x equal to c times x to the 4th have exactly one real solutions for x. Okay, so I change the equation to be x equal to exponential c x to the 4th. So this is y equals x. So basically this is y equals to exponential cx 4th. So in order to have only one solution, they need to be tangent to each other. So suppose this point is x0, x0. So we have x0 equals to exponential c times x0 to the 4th, and the derivative should be 1. So 4 times c x0 to the 3rd power exponential x0 4th should be 1. So we need to solve these two equations. And okay, to solve these two equations is not it looks difficult in the beginning, but you can think carefully. Okay. So if I plug this into this, I can get 4cx0 to the 4th to be 1. So that c is equal to 1 over 4 times x0 to the 4th. So I plug into this one. So I get that 0 equals to exponential 1 over 4. So once I solve this x0, I can plug in this. I get c. I get c equals to 1 over 4 times e to the e. So the answer is A. Very easy. Okay. Okay. So that is solve the 31 of the number 2, 3, 5, which are equivalent matrix. Which are the eigenvalue of the matrix. So compute eigenvalue is very easy in the matrix algebra. We just calculate the characteristic polynomial. Okay. So 3 minus lambda of 5, 3, 1, 7 minus lambda 3, 1, 2, 8 minus lambda. Determinant is 0. You can calculate by yourself. The answer is this one. And then when you plug lambda equals 2, you get 0. Lambda is 5, and lambda 11, you get 0. So this one is this one. So lambda is 2, 5, 11. So only 2 and 5 only we choose C. So in the exam you need to calculate it very fast. 32 is basically the Leibniz rule. So Leibniz rule tells us that if d over dx, a of x, b of x, f of t dt is equal to f of b of x derivative minus f of a of x, a prime of x. So use this Leibniz formula, we can easily get the answer. Exponential x to the 8 and x to the first derivative minus exponential x to the 6th derivative of x cubed. So you can combine it and choose E. So answer is E. Okay, so we go to 33. So what is the derivative of exponential to the power negative x times x minus 1? So when I first see this question, I cannot immediately see the answer, but you can do the first and the second derivative and see the pattern. So we use Leibniz rule. We first do a derivative on this one, and the plus do the derivative on this one. Get. Okay, and then we do the second times. So we have minus 2 plus x minus 1 over x minus 3. So from here, you can already guess the answer. F of n should be exponential minus x, and x minus n plus 1. But the first derivative gives you an additional negative sign, so it should be minus 1 n. So you can find a 19, just exponential negative x minus 20, and the minus. So we choose C. Okay. Uh, 34. Is the standard matrix algebra. So basically, this is the upper triangular matrix. So the determinant of upper triangular matrix is only what? It's only the product of diagonal element. So determinant of A is 1 times 3 times 5, 120. And the determinant is non-zero, so A is invertible. So A is correct. And the B, what is the eigenvalue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So AX equals to X has non-trivial solution, since 1 is the eigenvalue of A. So B is false. Okay, we already know the answer. And the C, you just calculate A squared by yourself. So C is fairly easy. And the D is also easy. You can do the Gaussian elimination by yourself. And the E is also easy. We already know determinant A is 120. So the answer is B. Okay, we'll go to 35. I think 35 is the standard problem in the geometry, maybe the high school geometry. We have a plane. So the normal vector is 2, 1, 3, and the points close to 0, from 0 to the closest point should be perpendicular to should be parallel to the normal vector. So we can assume that this line vector is 2t, 3t, and this line should meet the point. So we just plug it into the plane equation. So we get 4t plus t plus 9t equals to 3. T is 3 over 14. So the points, we plug it into this. We choose B. So this problem is very easy, maybe the high school math level. So B. Okay, so 36 is very difficult. That if you are first time, you may not easy to see which one is necessary true. So I guess the easy ways we try to eliminate it case by case. So for each st belongs to S, there exists a continuous function f mapping 0 to 1 into S, which f of 0 and equal to S, f of 1 equals to t. So A is false. Why? So remember that the continuous function will send a connected set to a connected set. So A f01 must be connected. But S may not be connected. So false. B, there is the open subset that for each U there is an open subset that U intersection of S is empty. Is this correct? Definitely is false. Suppose I choose S is 0, 1 and the U is 0.5. So this is 0.5. This is S. Then for these points, every open set containing U must have non-empty intersection with S. So B is false. How about C? The C says that if we collect every point, you collect the point in S, and which point there is this open set, which V cover S, and the V is a subset of S. He said this set must be open. Basically, if you see carefully, you will see this is correct. Because you already collect the open points in S. So the collection of open point in S is open. So C is correct. How about D? For the D, if I choose S to be 0, 1, and you want to collect the point which is not inside S, but that point can be covered by some open sets, and that open set will not the intersection of S. He claimed that the collection of those points should be closed. But definitely, if you see the definition, then this set in this case it should be all the points from this, because all these points contain some open set which is empty, which has no intersection point of S. So this set in this case is minus the infinity to 0 and the union 1 to infinity, which is open. Two open sets. The union of two open sets is still open. So D is wrong. E. S is the intersection of all closed subsets of R that contains S. So if you learn the topology, you know that the intersection of all closed points of S is basically the closure of S. So E says that S equals S closure. But the question does not say that S is closed set. So E is definitely wrong. If S is open, then E will not be correct. Okay. 37. 37 is also some technical results you need to remember. Okay, so P squared equals to P. So there is a theorem that says that the minimum polynomial of P, if the minimum polynomial does not have the multiple roots, that means P is diagonalizable. So there is a theorem. If minimum polynomial of P is does not contain multiple roots, then P is diagonalizable. This theorem is very important. You need to remember. So there's no multiple roots because the multiplicity of 0 is 1 and the multiplicity of 1 is 1. So the P is diagonalizable. So 2 is correct. How about 1? 1 is definitely not correct, because if I choose P equals to 0 matrix, then 0 squared is also equal to 0. So 1 false. Counter example is P equals to 0. 2 correct. How about third? P is the either identity transformation or 0 transformation. This is definitely wrong, because I choose 0 to be 1 0 0 0 and P squared equals to 1 0 0 0. But P squared equals to P, and P is not 0 or identity matrix. So the third is not correct. So we choose second only, we choose C. Okay, the minimum number of acute angle in a convex tangent in a Euclidean plane is what? Basically, this problem is somewhat tricky. If you think carefully, then so basically you can first solve the 5 gun and the 6 gun, 7 gun, hexagon, polygon. Okay, but I will choose some analytical way. So remember that all the angle in the tangent summation is equals to 10 times 8 times 100 degree. Suppose the accurate angle is closest to 90 degree. So suppose we have x accurate as acute angle, and x is very close to 90, because 90 And suppose the y obtuse angle. Since we need to maximize the accurate angle, so the obtuse angle cannot be larger than 180. So I write 180 minus epsilon. Okay. So basically, should be x times 90 minus epsilon plus y 108 minus epsilon tilde. Basically, epsilon tilde just some positive number. I mean, we don't have to care how much it is. But remember that we only have 10 angles. So x plus y need to be 10. So the first equation, we divide by 90 both sides. And then this angle will divide by 90 also. So we have 16 equals to x minus some angle times x times 2y minus epsilon tilde 90 times y. And this is positive. So this tells that 16 is smaller than x plus 2y. But x plus y is 10. So 16 is smaller than x plus 2, 10 minus x. So this tells you that x is smaller than 4. So the largest is x equals to 3. Okay, so this problem is somewhat tricky, but you can solve it. So we choose C. I think 39 is the last problem I want to solve it, because I think probably this video is too long. Okay. So 39 is basically the code problem. Input n set I equals to 1, and while I is smaller than n, and begin and replace I by I plus 1, set k equals to n, Okay, and it's 88. So what's the number you printed? So I guess there's no mysterious way, we just check. Okay, so say I equals to 1. Okay, so now while I is smaller than 88, so we first run this code. So we replace I to I plus 1, and the k is 88. And if k is larger than 0, k is larger than I, then we replace k to k plus 1. If I equals to k, then we print I. Otherwise, we increase k. Okay, so if I is equal to 1, then for this part, the I will increase to 2. And then run this. So when I equal to 2, then 2 is smaller than 88. So it will not print it. And this minus k will be 87. And it keep going a while. So 87 is still larger than 2. So 87 will minus 1 become 86. And the 86 is still larger than 2. So 86 will minus 1, go to 85. Until what? Until 87. Until this k become 2. Then it will print 2. Then the k become 1. And the loop start, the while loop finished. So finished. And after that, the I will become 2 2 plus 1, I will become 3, and keep doing, and the same process. So you will print 2 and print 3, and keep going until to 88. So the answer is D. So there's no any easy way to solve this problem. You just test about your understanding of logic. Okay, I think this is enough for today. Okay, and then in the next video I will keep solving GRE math problem. And I hope you guys like this type of video. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you find which points I did something wrong, please tell me and leave a comment below. Thank you guys. We will see you in the next video.